My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 15th August 2020, when we celebrate the Assumption of our Blessed Mother and also the Independence Day of our beloved nation, India. The focus of our reflection, Assumption of Mary, is not a mere dogmatic assumption to assume, but a living journey to resume. Blessed Mother Mary is assumed to heaven, body and soul, in her entirety of the person. God did not want that sacred body to decay, that which was the abode, and gave physical life to his incarnate Son. Therefore, in his gracious will and pleasure, God privileged Mary to be taken to heaven with an uncorrupted body along with her incorruptible soul. And there is nothing illogical about this, for if sin imposed death and decay on the human body, Mary, who was preserved sinless with immaculate conception, can be very well free from such imposition. In her Assumption, we see the whole dynamics of salvation and a great project of the fullness of glory itself. There are four essential components: liberation, restoration, communion, and perfection. Mary was totally liberated from her earthly limitations. She was restored to her original divine dignity, eternally united with the heavenly God, and enjoys the perfection of bliss and glory. We too are destined for the same glory, even though we may consign our body to the earth. To attain this destiny, we too must constantly liberate ourselves from our earthly bondages, regain our divine dignity and image, unite ourselves with God in intimacy and surrender, and thus mature and perfect ourselves in sanctity and charity. But this is a hard-earned freedom. It involves a lifelong struggle of immeasurable sacrifice and dedication. It calls for an undaunted journey of courage, patience, hope, and perseverance. It is a marvelous story of combating evil and regaining the original dignity and honor. This freedom, which Mary attained in her Assumption, is not a finished product. It is an ongoing task and should be a living experience for all of us. Therefore, we are called to constantly free ourselves from all the clutches of sin and evil, meaning all that binds us, enslaves us, reduces our human dignity, diminishes the value and quality of life, and all that hinders a harmonious and happy human family. And especially for those who are in India and for the Indians anywhere and everywhere, today we celebrate two great mothers for the same reason, and that is their freedom. Mother India's freedom as she was released from the foreign bondage and gained her independence, and Mother Mary's freedom as she was released from her earthly bondage and was assumed to heaven. This celebration of the freedom of these two great mothers on the same day can be a significant pointer to us that we are the citizens of two worlds, the secular and the spiritual. Our nation is our motherland and heaven is our homeland. This then is our duty. Our duty is twofold towards our country as united, responsible, law-abiding, honest, and committed Indian sisters and brothers, and duty towards heaven as united, faithful, and committed God's children. And let our freedom and the striving for it be remembered that freedom is not our destiny, nor is it our goal. It is our process, it is our means, it is our way, which should lead us to more and more good. A good heart of faith and charity, a good life of virtue and value, a good family, loving and supportive, a good society, just and peaceful. God and heavens is our destiny and goal. Our direction and the directive for our life. So long as we are imprisoned in the cell of our body, we cannot enjoy the free spell of the soul. Let us then extricate ourselves and let us all strive for that freedom. A freedom not only external, a freedom that is deeper, that is perfect, that is holistic. Let us then continue to be good and responsible citizens of this Mother Earth, of this human family, and also the devout and faithful citizens of our heavenly city. Let God always assist our steps and efforts. May our Mother be always glorified in the heavenly glory, and may our Mother Earth be always liberated from her clutches of bondage.